Got all your Black Friday shopping done? So did I. Let's build a streaming PC. Hey guys, welcome to my streaming PC build with all the Black Friday deals in the books. But you still have Cyber Monday deals available. I went ahead and tried to get all my parts from the Black Friday, the pre-Black Friday deals, so I get them in time, just in time, so I can get this build ready. I've been streaming on Twitch, and my streaming PC just crapped out, and it did crap out in the best time possible because all the Black Friday deals are out. So we're gonna be building this streaming PC for you guys, and I'm not no Verge professional, but hope I could follow the directions and everything and build this PC for you guys. It's actually my first PC that I'm recording the build on. Yeah, well, let's go with the parts that I chose out. For the case, we got the Define Fractal Design Define C, I believe. It's a smaller case. I didn't want to get the window version because it's a streaming PC. It's not going to be that important. I got the GeForce GTX 1650 with touring. This is specifically just for the streaming PC. My CPU will handle all the load, but the secondary stuff, the GPU will handle. Of course, we got the 4K Elgato 4K 6C Pro, and this is just a USB-C. You got the cam link, the Elgato cam link for my my webcam. You got the Elgato 6D HD 6C Pro for just the regular console gaming and stuff. For my boot drive, I chose a 970 M.2 drive. It's going to load a lot faster and boot up your PC a lot faster, so that's why I got that. And for the CPU, I got the Ryzen 7 2700X. So this is going to handle all the encoding on the streaming PC. And the Vengeance LPX 3000 megahertz DDR4 RAM. We're going to do that. And this is just extra parts that I had laying around. You got the Corsair CX430M semi-modular power supply. This part was just laying around, so I just wanted to build this and get it started. But I might have to switch that later on in the future. And we got the MSI B450 Gaming Pro Carbon AC, so you can see. So yeah, with all the parts named, I'm gonna transfer you guys over to the overhead cam and we'll build this bad boy, shall we? Alright guys, welcome back to the build. So I'm not the Verge I'm not the Verge professional builder, but you gotta make sure you have all your stuff necessary to build this PC. So you got to make sure you have your anti-static bracelet so you don't get electrocuted or whatever. Make sure you have your tweezers for your smaller pieces, and got your screwdriver. So we're gonna we're gonna start off with the motherboard. Oh, bam! Take that out. Toss that to the side. So there is an M.2 slot here that we're gonna put our boot drive. So just get the smallest screwdriver you can and screw that piece out, and this should just pop out. I don't know why there's a sticker here. I'm just gonna remove that. Yep. To reveal the thermal paste on it. So he has the thermal paste on there just to keep it cool. It only goes one way. There's a small piece and a large piece, and it just goes into one way. You could clearly see it. Just shove that right in, put this back in, and then screw it up. Screw in here. Alright, so that's in there properly. We need to open this and put our CPU in. Well, it's not even open, so we gotta get it open first. Alright, so that's that. We're just gonna be using the regular cooler with this because we're not gonna be like overclocking it. So it's not gonna run too hot, but on your CPU, bam, look at that, sexy. So on your CPU, I don't know if this is gonna focus or not, but there is a small golden triangle on one of the corners. We're just gonna match that up with the triangle that's on our motherboard. So we're just gonna push it in, and don't force it in, it'll just drop by itself. So it's like perfectly in there, and bam. So we're gonna take our DDR4 RAM, again, it needs to be unboxed. Put that to the side. Now to put the RAM on in, it, like again, similar to the M.2 drive, it does go only one way. So there's a little tooth right here. I don't know if this camera is focusing, but there's a tooth in here. There's only one way, and you have to stagger the way you put it in. So we're gonna first use the first slot. Why is it not going in? And then make sure it just clicks. And then we're gonna use the third slot because we're gonna skip the second slot. So staggered it. So that's how it works. Make sure it clicks, and if you're not using the other two, just click them anyway. And there's that. And then we're gonna put the CPU cooler in. Like I said, we're using the stock AMD cooler. And it already has the pre-applied thermal paste on it. So we're just gonna put that to the side really quick. Get all the parts out of the way. Okay. So this is just gonna clip on top of the CPU. The bracket's already installed on here, so I should just go right on. Gotta bring this down, maybe. Hold on. Yeah. It just clips on, and this clips on. And then you just, I guess just, is it this way? Or this way? I don't want to break it. Okay, it just clips on just like that. And then you're gonna connect the CPU fan. It only goes both one way, so make sure it's on correct. And it just clips on, and then just try to like cable manage it so we have enough room for air. Okay, so that's, ooh, we're gonna take this apart, take this out. Woo. And that's that. That's it for the motherboard. We do have to put our graphics card in, but I'm gonna try to do that later on. What we're gonna get now is our CPU case. Oh. All right. A lot of the CPU cases out there already have the standoffs already installed, but this one does have the standoffs installed. So it's gonna make it a little bit easier for us. We have all the nuts and bolts for the motherboard. You gotta make sure you're picking the right one. So this is the right one for the motherboard, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 standoffs. So we're just gonna need 7 of these little screws. We'll just pick out extra just in case. And then we're gonna get our motherboard. Actually, on our motherboard, we're gonna have our I/O shield. That's the first thing we install. Just make sure it goes the right way. Just make sure it goes the right way, and just pop it in there. Make sure it snaps. These are very delicate, so try not to like force it all in, because you're gonna kind of like bend it, which your motherboard is gonna fight hard to get in. So just put this motherboard in. Make sure everything's lined up, and it should just pop right in. Grab our motherboard screws, and you gotta really make sure like there's no resistance at all, because if there is resistance, you know, you don't want to mess up the threading on your standoffs. It looks like I need a bigger screwdriver, so we're just gonna adjust that. So that's there, and like you don't really have to tighten it so hard. So as long as it's tied in there and it's not moving at all, you should be fine. Don't try to like over screw it or anything. These screws on pretty fast. Okay, 2 more to go, and that should be actually 3 more to go. That should be it. Okay. Okay. Last one should be everything. And ta-da! There is some case fans that we still need to connect before connecting the GPU and everything else. So just that, we're going to try to route this as clean as possible. Route it around. If it doesn't route all the way around, hopefully it does, so it makes it look a lot cleaner. There it goes, and tuck that right in so it looks clean. Alright, so I'm gonna go over to the other side and check on our front panel I/O cables. And oh look, there's a manual still in here. I/O shield. So here's all the cables that we need to route inside, so our front panel activates when we turn it on. Gotta figure out which is which. This is the this is the stereo, the audio, and the other buttons. I think the audio is on this side. We're not going to use any of the SATA discs for now because of this being a strictly a streaming PC, but we might add it on later if I wanted to save video and stuff. So we're not going to use any of the, we don't need an extra hard drive for now. Hopefully that 500 gigabyte M.2 drive is enough for all the streaming needs. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around really quick. All right, so we're gonna connect the USB 3.0 port into the USB plug on the motherboard, and it should go one way only. Okay, that's that. Then we're gonna connect the HD audio, which should be on this end. It's a weird plug, but you can see there's only one missing on it. So it should be able to just plug in, which it did. And then the IO shield, the front panels should say as well on here. I don't know where it's actually going into. Okay, so we had to refer to our motherboard to see where I need to put the plug in. 1 second. Alright, so welcome back. I had to refer to my motherboard to see where I need to unplug these and power switch. It needs to be really like up here. When in doubt, always check your motherboard. Actually, I mean, check your instructions, because this is a pretty important build. You don't want to mess it up, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Power LED plus and minus. Okay, once all those cables are plugged in, just push them out. Pull it all out so it's not all over inside the front. Even though it's going to be covered, we don't want it. We want our cable management to be a little bit nicer. Okay, that should be it right there. All right, and then I'm going to open up our power supply. It's So this is a semi-modular one that has the 20 pin and CPU pin all already connected to it. And then we just need to get our graphics card in, graphics card PCIe slot. It should be this one. Yeah, so this is the one that we need, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna pull these out so we can put our power supply in. Make sure the fan is pointing to the bottom fan grate, I guess, so you have all the maximum airflow you can have. All right, we need to just set it down really quick so we can put the other one in. That's not it. Make sure you grab the right screws for your power supply. It should have like hex shape with the screwdriver in there. And just screw those in. Make sure to do like a cross pattern when screwing it in, so everything is like even out when it's tightened down. So like you can have the flexibility of moving it around to find the hole. Put the screw in. All right, now we just tying down everything cross pattern again, so everything ties down pretty easily and evenly. Okay, that's tied down, and we just push everything down. Make sure we secure everything with this one. All right, that's in there. And Shazam, we have power. And then we're gonna try to, actually that was a bonehead move. So actually, can I? Yeah, so with this I can't access the graphics card power. So we're just gonna pull that right out. No, this actually looks used. I don't remember using this, but it actually looks used. We're gonna put it for the PCIe. And then put everything inside. Alright. Everything lines up. Screw it right in. And Shazam. Now we're ready to route our cables from the back side into the motherboard. Put that through here. And this CPU one should go all the way on top. And then we could just we just fix the wires later. And then this one should go into here as well. All right, turn it over again. 24 pin, only goes one way. Oh, actually, it's actually better for us to put it on the other side, on the top side. Alright. Put that through. And you don't want to put too much force. Just make sure it's in all the way, because then if you put too much force, you'll crack your motherboard. And then same goes with the CPU power. It only goes. Okay, so it looks like our camera stopped recording for some reason, so I don't know where it left off, but we got the GPU in, and now we're gonna just put our other PCIe, the 4K 60 Pro from Elgato. We're just gonna put that in the other PCIe slot. I think we need to remove another one because it's not going in. Correctly. Okay. And then bam. Okay, let's see if we have room for the other capture card that we have. If not, then we have to downgrade to. No, looks like we do have room. All right, so everything is installed, and then we're gonna just screw everything back in, and hopefully it runs. Which, if you guys did everything correctly, it should just power up without a hitch. Okay, we have this to install, and then we just need to put the front pan connector on, and everything should be ready to be fired up. Okay. So hopefully there's enough room down here that it keeps all the cards enough air, because it's a tight squeeze down there. But we need all those cards for recording and streaming. So hopefully that keeps cool. The last one should be it. Alright, I'm going to put this system fan right here where it's available. So then, actually I'm going to try to slide it back out in the back so it's much nicer, so I could just have everything good. So that's that for the build. We're gonna get the backside little cable management, which kind of you don't really need because everything is already in the case. Just make sure all your cables are neat. There is, what is this? Where is the zip ties at? There should be some zip ties that came in your power supply, which there is right here. So we can just get this. Just get a couple of these. Get these wired up here. Which, if I can, okay. Cut that right off. And then we're going to put the backside panel back on. Okay, and then we're going to put it over to the side and show you guys the inside. And then I won't have footage of me testing this. You guys should just stop by the stream to see how the stream looks like. I will link all my channel down in the description below, and I guess that's it for this build. I don't know if I did a better job than the Verge computer build, but I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's your boy JB signing out. Peace.